Hello, it's the 27th of October. My name is Tamar Hudson and welcome to CTV Student News. If you've been on campus this week, then you'd have been a fool not to have picked up a Show in a Week ticket. This spectacular event had its launch last Friday and the performance is only in a few days' time. Tickets are available from the ICIA box office, so get them while you still can. Available right now as well on Bath Uni campus are tickets, for example, live in Elements. They're selling like hotcakes, so make sure you get one. The musical Genius will be performing on the 23rd of November, and as our station manager here at CTV would say, it's going to be awesome.
Bath students were told last week that a fee for use of sports facilities, including the STV, would be introduced from the beginning of next year. In a sports forum held in Elements on Friday, VP Sport Andy Crawshaw laid out proposed plans for the payment of what would be a compulsory fee of up to £100 for all students living on campus, whether they use the facilities or not. The controversial move has been widely accepted by students in the SAB team as the only response to continued deficit faced by the sports department. Although £600,000 was saved last year, the fee should bring in an extra £450,000 annually, which would help fill the current gap. The money would all be reinvested in facilities and could pay for much-needed refurbishments to the STV in particular. However, this dramatic change could have an effect not only on how much we pay for sport, but also on other areas of student life, such as the membership for those sports clubs who don't use campus facilities, as well as the university's appeal to incoming students. Currently, Bath is the only university in Britain that provides sport for free to students, but the changes would put the uni in line with some of the most expensive institutions in the UK, such as Loughborough and Leeds Met, who charge up to £400 per year for access to their facilities. The final decision on the terms of the agreement is yet to be made, and the SAB team hope to put student concerns to the sports department and university in their next meeting. If you feel strongly about this issue and would like to get your voice heard, then contact your sports SAB, Andy Crawshaw. Back to you, Tamar.
Hope you had a great time at Theory last week. The foam party proved a big hit, but unfortunately all was not well beneath the bubbly surface, and the Students' Union are appealing for witnesses to an event which occurred at 1:45 outside the smoking area. We're now going over to Thomas Rees, our resident sexy Frenchman, who is speaking to David Howells, VP of Diversity and Welfare, about what's been happening in the SAB team so far this year.
Thank you, Tamar. Now, David, thanks a lot for joining us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm David, I'm VP Welfare and Diversity, which means I cover a whole range of different parts of exciting things within the union, including international students, postgraduate student representation, student welfare, mostly things like housing, alcohol awareness, that kind of thing, and all sorts of other stuff.
Oh, fantastic. What have you been up to since the beginning of the year?
Oh, since the beginning of the year, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm struggling to remember what I was up to since the beginning of this week, but there's been quite a few things. Recently, one of the things I've been involved on kind of on the side, not strictly within my job, but someone has to do it, looking at the structure of the SAB team and the way that we work to represent you and whether or not there are different, better ways that we could be doing that. That's in the middle at the moment, but hopefully we'll be able to bring something to students about that soon. There's been a lot of developments on the student support side. All of these student support services that the student unions provide have moved into the new student centre. That was a bit of a difficult process, but now that they're there, it's kind of, we're up and running, and I've been doing quite a lot of work, you know, just organising all of that. But we're all sorted and raring to go for any students who want to come in. And there's also been quite a lot of activity with the student groups, which I kind of support. There's two new ones this year, the Bath Exchange and Erasmus Network, which has been set up, and a group for students interested in discussing gender equality. And both of those have got off the ground and have got some very motivated students working for them.
Fantastic. In your campaign, you were speaking about just building up a farm and market on campus, which will offer the students a range of food provision. What is the plan for what's happening at the moment?
This was something that I did start working on at the beginning of the summer, and it's something that accommodation services in the university are very keen on as well. So Scarlett my predecessor did a little bit of work with them on it, but never really quite got there. So I tried to pick that up, and we were kind of moving forward, but there were some unfortunate kind of complications to do with their workload and Freshers Week and stuff. So it's been put on the back burner for a little while, but I actually have a meeting this week with Accommodation Services, and we're hoping to pick it up. But the idea is to get a farmers market on campus, probably once a fortnight, currently thinking on a Monday perhaps, so that students have the opportunity who live on campus kind of to buy food from a different kind of supplier of a different kind than they can get at the moment, perhaps some healthier, cheaper options.
What is the next project you're going to work on?
The next project I'm going to work on? Well, the next big project coming up, I suppose, is Think Week. For those students who've kind of been here in previous years, you might have seen the Bright Pink Aware volunteers in the past, kind of around. In the past, kind of the Aware Centre, as it was, now the Advice and Representation Centre, have always had a number of campaigns that have run throughout the year. And what we're aiming at this year is to focus them all into 2 weeks, one in each semester, so that we can really push the profile and get the message out there. So these weeks are going to be called Think Weeks, and we've already got teams of volunteers working on kind of the stuff that we're going to be campaigning on, but it's really pushing that and making that work, and that is the first week of December is the first Think Week, and then there will obviously be one shortly before Easter next.
Thank you very much, David, for your time. Now, over to you, Ellen, for the last feature of the week.
Thank you, Tom. And now we have a special guest today, Alex Laughlin. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Helen.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about a project I'm doing for Channel 4. I'm taking part in a web and telly project called Battlefront. Now, Battlefront's all about campaigning. So this project follows the journeys of 12 young campaigners on their mission to change the world. Each of the campaigners has got a campaign that's unique to them.
Okay, and what's your campaign then, Alex?
My campaign is called Meet Your Street. So, as the name suggests, it's all about encouraging people to get chatting to their neighbours, because I think building a strong sense of community is really fun and it's really important.
That sounds great. So what are you willing to do for that campaign then?
Okay, well as raising awareness, I'm holding a competition here in Bath that all of the students can take part in. You can also win wicked prizes, and we've got a celebrity to come down for that too.
That sounds very exciting. Who's that celebrity?
It's Lisa Backwell. She played Pandora Moon in Skins.
Wow, okay. And what are the prizes?
Okay, the prizes are, these are the runner-up prizes. So we've got 10 tickets to the Halloween special at Theory, which is in Elements, the day of the competition, which is Friday the 29th of October. And the winner gets a meal for 4 at Nando's.
Well, I'm sure this will attract a lot of students. What are the students going to do then after the competition, Alex?
Well, I bet what you're actually thinking is, how do you win the prizes? So what you need to do, you need to grab a pumpkin. You can buy them £1.50 from Fresh for a medium-sized pumpkin, or you can get them in town, it's up to you. You need to decorate it, make it really stand out. You need to drop it off at the Parson of Pumpkin stall, which will be there on the 29th of October, this Friday. Drop off your pumpkin with the Channel 4 crew, which will be there, and come back at 5:30, where Lisa Backwell will be there to judge the best pumpkins. So, like we said, the winner gets the Nando's meal for 4. The runners-up get their Theory Halloween special tickets.
Okay, well, great prospect then. And so what's happening after the competition again? Sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. So obviously we're doing this for a bit of fun. You get to meet Lisa, you get to win great prizes. But I'm running this campaign for a reason, and that's to get people talking to their neighbours. So after you've taken part in the competition, you need to pick up your pumpkin, you need to pass it on to your next door neighbour, tell them that you're doing it as part of the Parson of Pumpkin campaign, and that'll be a great starting point for your conversation. So then you could even make a new friend. You could, or at the very least, just feel more comfortable with knowing the people who live either side of you. So it's a great way to get talking to your neighbours.
I think this is a great way to promote your campaign, Alex. Anything else you'd like to add today?
yeah, I just really like you to come down and get involved this Friday. It's a great way of winning prizes, meeting Lisa Backwell from Skins and having a load of fun. And you also get to meet your neighbours. I'd also really like you to support my campaign online. You just need to go to battlefront.co.uk/Alex or search for Meet Your Street on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
All right, thank you very much for all that information, Alex. I wish you best of luck for your
Thank you.
campaign. Have a great day.
You too.